There are a million different ways to sell beats. Okay, not a million. This is off to a bad start. There are a lot of different ways to sell beats. And in this point in history, producers and beat makers have more options than we've ever had. There are lots of myths about saturation. There are people that are trying to discourage other producers from even trying, saying that the game, especially the online beat leasing game, is way too saturated for any newcomers to succeed. I am proof that that's not true. I'm going to continue interviewing other producers who are walking counter examples to that really harmful narrative. But another statement I hear made all the time is that, okay, maybe the game isn't so saturated, but you need a lot of money to advertise and market your beats coming into the game. That's also something that I will tell you, in my experience, has not been the case. I'll also say that the biggest investment that you have to make in your producer career is time. Time learning the different methods, time learning the music business, the laws, time building up your catalog, uploading beats and then showing your consistency, time building up trust with your customer base. But I acknowledge that there is a benefit in paying for advertising, not spending thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars a month right away. I started with ads at, I think, $2 to $3 a day and gradually built up, but I'm still not spending thousands a month. And a little while ago, Mike Trampe and I released, I believe, part 2, an updated version of our super long, epic Facebook Business Manager beat advertising video. What we've never done, and I know some producers, including Othello Beats, shout out to him, what we've never done is released a video discussing and showing how to set up a beat ad through YouTube. Now, the brave man that I am, I decided that I would make myself the guinea pig and allow Mike to guide me through an entire YouTube beat advertising campaign. That way you can follow along and see all of the problems and questions that I had throughout the process. It's dense, it's long, but it's helpful, and I thank Mike for being a part of this and walking me through the process and walking all of us through the process. This is part of the Music Entrepreneur Club, which is a free music business mentorship program that has 2 sessions a week, Monday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays are Dame Ritter, Thursdays are me, and it's completely powered by beatstars.com. Check out beatstars.live or musicentrepreneurclub.com for more information. Anyway, I've talked enough. Let's get right into the video and talk about the strategy, just one strategy for advertising your beats on YouTube. Let's be honest, you're not gonna find these videos anywhere else. Why? Because I make them. So it would really help me out if you subscribe. If you've already subscribed, what also really helps is if you like the video and leave a comment. It's hard in the era of clickbait videos on YouTube and negativity in the producer community, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yep. You're in here. Just go to all campaigns. That's where you are, right?
No.
Yeah, you're in all campaigns right now.
Okay, I'm in overview. Yeah.
Yeah, where it says all campaigns.
You're right. This is like a foreign language to me, so this is going to be a really authentic workshop here.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a be straight up. I love YouTube. I love using their ads for certain things, but my go-to is IG and Facebook. I think people probably know that from past videos. But with that said, I have some really cool tricks and stuff that I've kind of figured out and worked on over the years, and it's very cost effective and for what I'm trying to accomplish. So, and I think it can be cost effective for everybody here too. So, okay. So I think, Payne, I think the first thing we should have tried to explain and say is before you can even do any of this stuff, you need a target audience in mind, and you need to know who you're going after. So, we did a call too with the breakdown of the personalities and stuff, right, Payne? Before did we do that on your show?
Yeah, we did not publish it, but we did it.
Oh, we did? Okay, well, we got to publish that if we can. I thought that was good.
We
info.
cannot.
Oh, we cannot. Damn, man. All right.
No, it's not my decision. It wasn't my decision.
All right, man. I'll figure it out. If worse comes to worse, I'll redo it myself. But no, it's really good information. So really, we built out these characters, right, of like people who would be like, possible fans of yours to give you an idea. But with you guys, I think, on the producer side specifically here, I think even if you don't do that, which I do think you should do at some point, at least I have an understanding of who you're going after. So you all make beats, obviously. If you're doing this video, then you most likely sell or post beats on YouTube. So all your beats have titles. So right off the top, your title is going to be most likely your target audience. So it's not as hard, as a song, I guess. So Payne, do you have a beat in mind? Do you have what beat is that, and who is it going after?
I'm just gonna go with my most viral beat of the year, which was this Rick Ross times Jay-Z type beat, and it was #1 on Beatstar. So I kind of look at it like, why would I not advertise this beat? People already love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Listen, if you have content that is evergreen, meaning it never is, it never gets old pretty much. Like if it's just like with my artists, like we're still promote songs that are 4 or 5 years old just because that's what people heard from them first and people just respond to it. So if you have something that people are responding to, definitely stick with it. That should be filtered into like your ad spend and what you're doing. But okay, so we got Rick Ross, Jay-Z. Is that it? Let me see who else. Rick Ross, Jay-Z, which is fine. Yeah. That's enough. Honestly, one artist name, or just kind of description is enough for sure. So now that you have that data, what I would say is, okay, this is going after people who are interested in Rick Ross and Jay-Z beats, or rappers in general that maybe like the sound of Rick Ross and Jay-Z, or maybe they like a song that just came out from them. So they're looking for that sound. So before you even get started, you really should do some research and start just searching on YouTube for other producers that have beats, like Rick Ross type beats, Jay-Z type beats, a mix of both. Maybe even look up ciphers where maybe they use the Jay-Z or Rick Ross beat. If you can figure that out, which you should be able to, you can do anything online. You want to make that list, right? And you want to take every single link. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but hear me out. Once you do this one time for one audience, you can save it and use it over and over and over again. So I don't know how much research Payne did. I told him last minute, make sure you have some links. So that's my bad, but I think he might have some. But in general, when we show you what to do with these links, and you can also search them in Ads Manager, which I'll show you too. But I like to do it pre, so you really have it. You're not just guessing. You have like, I'm using this specific video to go after because I know it's going to resonate with what I'm trying to market. So, but that said, yeah, we can hop over to Ad Manager now. Okay, and I have 34 links. Beautiful. And I did my research on. Okay, so here are some things that, and tell me if I did this totally incorrectly. Mm-hmm. Some things that I kept in mind. I was searching for popular Rick Ross type beats on YouTube, mm-hmm. and also anything with Rick Ross and Currency because this is the feel, mm-hmm. and. Because it's not like a super trapped out Rick Ross type beat, and it's not a super up tempo Rick Ross type beat. So I want to pick the right ones. And then also I tried to avoid searching around for the free Rick Ross type beat videos because I don't want to advertise to people who might just be looking for a free beat at this. Very smart, man. That's actually really smart. Can you do me a favor? Can you type in Rick Ross type beat in the search? And just hit search, just to show people, just in case they don't know. So hit filter now. So once you get like these you can look at these like what they kick back, like the results. But if you want to just do it by view count, you can do it. You can leave the upload date blank, and then you can just do view count. That will just give you the most views. I can't guarantee that every video is legitimately using like legitimate views, but you can do that. You can also then filter by year or month if you want to try to make sure you're hitting maybe new stuff that's just coming out and maybe is the most relevant, because that stuff is going to be usually recommended more or seen more in the next coming week. So you could do something like that. Again, this is all testing and trying to figure out what's going to work best for what you're trying to accomplish here. So please take that into consideration. All this part is there's no copy and paste function here. Now the setup of the ads is there's a formula and something you can come back and reference. But when it comes to the research, this is going to be really individualized to what you're trying to do. Yeah. So a lot of these people are friends and colleagues. Like shout out to Dilly, shout out to Coffee, shout out to Othello. He has a great video about YouTube ads and his strategy. His strategy is a little different. We're targeting videos today. He targets keywords, and I think both. It's both crazy too because I talked to Othello like 2 months ago, and that's how he was doing his ads. And I actually showed him what I'm about to show everyone, and he was very interested in that. So I'm actually interested to see if he's applied it all or tried it out or seen. Because listen, there like I said, there's numerous ways of doing this. You can go after keywords, you can go after just age groups or specific countries, and target down to likes and habits and all this different stuff. But with what I'm doing, it's the cheapest because you can get this down to 1 cent per interaction, 1 cent per view pretty much. And like you could convert on a really, really small budget because I just don't feel like anybody is really advertising like crazy selling beats. I think the market's wide open. Even if every person on this call was at 36, we'll just say 100 people. Like even if every person on this call right now did what I'm about to show you, it's not even going to have a splash in the pond, man. Like it's so big, it's not going to matter. So yes, it will be saved. I think, Bang, right? This will be saved.
Oh yeah, it's all saved. Yeah. It'll be saved on the BeatStars YouTube, the BeatStars Twitch. I'll re-upload it to my YouTube channel. It'll be saved. Everything's
saved except for my character video, apparently. So
I have it somewhere. The Avatar video. Yeah,
I'm busting your chops, man.
You really don't remember that? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. All right,
okay,
so let's
cool.
go
back to
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's hit. So ad manager, you look like you got the old ads manager, man, which is fine. I like this one better. Maybe I'm confusing another one. But anyway, hit new campaign. That's realistically all. And if you got an older version, newer version, you can just hit new campaign. Okay, so here is where people might get confused. And there's tons of different things that you want to get: sales, website traffic. Sure, look, I want sales. I'm going to click sales. So you absolutely can entertain that and kind of learn about sales ads and learn about website traffic ads. These all serve different purposes. But for this specific showing, I want to hit create a campaign without a goals guidance because I don't want any help. The last one, I don't want any help from YouTube because they're going to recommend I do a whole bunch of stuff, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is we have a video. So that's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to hit video. We're going to scroll down. Okay, so now you have a couple choices of what you want to do. You can do all these different things. We're going to do a custom video campaign when it's on already, so we can just keep going. Hit continue. Name the campaign, whatever you want to name it. Maybe the beat name or something. Campaign total, change that. So we're just going to do ongoing. I don't like setting budgets. I like setting daily. I like doing daily, not a campaign total. So just put like $5 or something for now, man, or whatever you're comfortable with doing. $2, $3, $10. Like
what should I do? So here's the thing. Right now, I'll do 5. Whatever works. YouTube is running this ads promotion where if you spend $50, they'll give you $100 credit. So at $5 a day, that's a full month for free, right? Or a full month at whatever for $50. Yeah, something like that. I'm terrible at math, but
I am too. Don't ask me. Ask Dame about my math skills.
Oh, we know. Ask Crooked Eye.
Yeah, ask a lot of people. But let's just do $5, man. $5 for now is good. I mean, you should be able to literally start at $1 if you want. Your start date, I don't like putting an end date either. I do daily and I just like turning it off. But so if you're a person who's going to forget, make a calendar reminder, make a clock reminder, alarm, whatever you need to do. But this is just what I like to do. If you want to set a full budget and then a start end date, go for it. I don't know. I just don't like it. I have no factual evidence to say it's better or not, but I just feel like when you're limiting what you're spending and what you're going after, like I just feel like you're already telling them their system something. Like I want them just to think, hey, I'm spending $5 forever. So, but yeah, okay. So keep going down.
No, I think so too. With Facebook too, I never put I don't do boosts. I don't do any of that stuff where there's a terminal point in my ads. If the ads aren't performing well, that's the only time I kill them. If they're performing well, I'm going to run them forever.
Facts. Go to all countries and territories because we're not going to really. Now, if you wanted to get really granular here, you can find out which countries cannot use PayPal or Stripe if you're using a BeatStars account, which you should be. There are some countries out there, unfortunately, it's just their countries don't allow them to integrate. We are working. We get this question all the time. We're always looking into new payment methods. It's not as easy as just be like, hey, yeah, here, let's put this payment method up. You got to go through a lot of laws, a lot of country laws and codes and all these different things that need to pass. But anywho, so if you want to take it a step further, you can literally put all countries and territories or enter another location and then enter them one by one. But I definitely would do all countries and territories. I think that just makes the most sense. You're giving yourself the most bang for the buck. You're going to get your targeting so granular that it's not going to matter where they are from, because they are going to like specifically what you are showing them, most likely. So that's kind of the thought process. Languages. Now, this might seem kind of productive because I just said you should hit everywhere, but unless YouTube is converting these languages for you, it's something to look into and make sure. I would just do English if you speak English. If you're going after a specific base and it's Spanish, then obviously just go after Spanish. I usually just hit English because I just want people to understand what they're seeing and understand, what they're reading and stuff like that. Okay. Inventory type, you can just hit that drop down. So I just leave this for the most part, but if you want to kind of look into what comes with what and what it's kind of like saying what it is, inventory type, I just do standard inventory, but there are some things in here. I don't think it's really needed here for beats.
Yeah.
It's like profanity.
To be that.
Exactly. So it's just not really needed. Excluded types and labels. Hit the drop down on that. I don't think we need that. I tend to not. Better YouTube videos. No,
well, this doesn't matter, right? Because we're targeting specific videos.
Exactly. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Got it.
Doesn't matter. Yep. I just want everybody to see each section. So if they see it again, they're like, what is this? You want to do your ad group name. Obviously, just like a sub of whatever the main campaign name is. So you can make like a Rick Ross campaign, and then inside that Rick Ross campaign have 20 Rick Ross beats. Each group name would be, or no, the group would be the same. The ads would all be different. So you could do that too if you wanted to like group them all together. That is possible.
Does this make sense though? Because this is.
I mean, dude, it's really preference, man. That's why I don't want to confuse people. It's really preference of how you want to label your stuff. I'm just saying, like, if you want to build a campaign around just all trap beats, you could name the campaign trap beats, and then the ad group names could just be broken down however you want them. And then inside the ad group names will be your actual ad names. So just keep that. There's like 3 tiers when you kind of like set this up.
Okay.
Hit demographics. I take out 65, 55, and 45, and I leave unknown, and I leave it up to 44. If you know for a fact that you really don't think so, it's tough, man. I would just say keep it, because there could be a 35-year-old person who may be hip to some of the younger stuff, but like 44, like no chance. But you can make the decision on that. I would say leave it up. Everything else I would keep. I'm not really worried about the household income, because I feel like if someone wants to, buy a MP3 lease for $20 or $30, they're going to make it happen if they really want to buy it. So, again, this is all stuff you can test and play with. This stuff I just don't feel like is super important with these types of ads specifically. They may make more sense to change and edit depending on what you're doing and what your kind of like goal is. Goal here, just so you guys know, like I probably should have said that first, and the goal with doing stuff like this is awareness. This is driving eyes and ears. So think of it as like an awareness that if you run it on Instagram or Facebook, it's yes, they can click and end up in the destination where they can purchase. But this is why it's so cheap. Conversion ads tend to run higher because you're trying to convert sales, and it's a lot more granular. This is very wide range, calculated, but wide range. So you're really just sending people to your content. You're A, getting more views, B, getting more likes, C, getting more comments, and then hopefully sales. So this is more of a throwing spaghetti at the wall type of ad, like I was saying earlier, but a really calculated way of doing it, and cheap. Okay. So keywords, nothing. We're not going after. Oh, did we skip actually hit audience? Let me just double check audience. Okay, we're actually going to go back to that. So just push that up. Thanks. Keywords, no keywords. Topics, no topics. Placements, we are going to tap into that. Let's do that last, actually. Put that up too. So your bidding here is going to be 0.01. So what we're telling the ad system is we are not going to spend more than 1 cent for each cost per view. That's our bid. We're not bidding higher than that. Now, why this is so wide open in the way our targeting works, it's going to be easy to achieve that because there's not a lot of competition. More competition, more you're going to pay, most likely. All right. So lastly, scroll down. We want to, you have the link to your video. Grab that, pop that in there. You need the link. You're going to do, you could do video discovery ad. These, click the little question mark. I'll explain to you kind of what they do. They show up in different places. They can appear in search results, related videos, homepage. You can definitely try this out, but the way I've seen more success is in stream, because what we're doing here, this is what we're doing. So we're basically taking your beat and we're literally shoving it in people's faces before they watch a piece of content that is exactly the same or really similar to what you have. So I've literally done this, and I've had people say, I didn't even realize I was watching an ad until the skip ad came up because I thought I just clicked on the wrong video and it was so fire. So again, this is where your dope content is going to come into play. That's why content is so important. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up what the goal here is. Okay, so final URL. There's a couple things you can do here. So your final URL can be the pro page link directly to the beat, or if you don't have a pro page, the marketplace link directly to the beat. And then your display URL would have to be whatever your final URL looks like. So if it's djpain1, .com / blah, blah, blah beat, the display has to be djpain1.com. It can't be like beatstars.com. They have to match. So you have the ability of doing this to drive people directly to the video, and I would test both of these out. So if you have a $5 budget a day for right now, do 250, or maybe 2, 2, and 1, and try something else once you understand what we're doing here. Or the final URL, what I do for my artists is I actually take the video URL. This is going to sound crazy, but take the video URL and make that your final URL. So if they click it, all they're doing is getting sent to your video, and that's how they end up in the comments with the build up that interaction. And I have case study after case study after case study to show that this works, and it works at a really awesome rate. So you could do that as well. So you have two. It's really where you want to send them, or if you have like some type of landing page that you want to send them to, you could do that too. But try both out, man. I have the most fun sending them literally to the video. And what's really cool too is when you look at these campaigns, every campaign, once it's running and you have data running through it, there's something in the right bottom hand side of that campaign that's going to say earned views. Earned views are basically views you get on other videos that you did not have to pay for. You start seeing your earned views going up, that means people are rocking with your stuff for the most part, because they're seeing this video and this ad and they're clicking it and probably going to the next recommended video or the video that plays after, or to your profile and looking through your videos and clicking different ones. So that's what earned views are, just so you guys and girls know that that's good. So if you see that's good. Okay, your ad name will just be at the bottom. Okay, so now you have the choice of auto-generating from the video, which they say is recommended, or you can upload an image. If you are not 100% positive that you are using the best possible image, or not a graphic designer, or have something really calculated and designed well, just stick with the auto-generate, especially if it's like something like you. It's the same image the whole time, right, Payne? So it's not going to really matter. Then you don't have to worry about it. This is more, I'd worry about this more with videos. Like we'll make custom images for our thumbnails, for certain videos and stuff. All right, can you, we're going to scroll back up. So we actually skipped a step because I wanted to do this last, but I wanted to show you all this stuff as well. All right, there's actually something important that we have to do. Can you click any audience, please? We might have skipped it, actually. Let me see. Yeah, we did, actually. Can you hit back up on that, please? Scroll back up. Hold on one second. I missed something along the ways. Hit additional settings. We might have not clicked that right here. Might be on the page. Payne, what I'm looking for is basically. Oh wait, it's right there. Networks, right there. Click that. This is really, really important. Really important. I'm sorry I skipped over it. I always miss it because it's like this tiny little bar packed away. So if you keep on YouTube search results or video partners on the display network, you are going to be confused as shit. I've had this happen. That's all I know when I first started years and years ago. You have to turn both of these off for this type of ad of what we're doing. Because if not, it will not target the placements we're about to do. It will target everything in relation to what you're going after.
Okay.
So you have to turn those off. We're literally only going after specific videos that we're posting. Okay, so scroll down. Okay, so the next part is going to be placements. So just find where the placement tab is. This is the only thing we are going to put in that we are going to go after. So now here's where your content comes into play. So Payne has 34 links, right? Yep. So you can copy and paste and hit enter multiple placements. So let's do that.
YouTube
at the bottom. Yep, right there. Yep, and just literally, as long as you have a line break, you're good. Okay. There you go. You should hit add. Yep. Okay, so one last thing to take into consideration. Just because you have a link to a beat or whatever, and it could literally be any video on YouTube, does not mean that you are going to be able to advertise on it. That person, obviously, has to have ads on to run an ad on their video. So if they're not advertising, like using AdSense to, basically put ads on their videos to make money, you won't be able to do it. But in this day and age, everybody's trying to monetize where they can. Most people have it. So it shouldn't be a huge problem, but just keep that in mind too. Okay, so now we have all these videos. So basically what we're doing is we're going to take Payne's video of his beat that's performed well. This is what he wants to use. And we're going to take it and we're literally going to force people to watch it who are already searching for free Rick Ross beats or Rick Ross beats.
Not free, just Rick Ross beats.
Well, you put free. There's 2 free ones right there.
Oh yeah, but okay, sure.
I'm just going on what you're saying.
You're right, because I said I wasn't going to do that. For the most part, I didn't. It was a mix.
It's all goody. It doesn't matter, man. Just
these are. I mean, I put free in my titles, and it just means nonprofit use, tagged use. So yeah, I got caught.
Yeah, someone cut this up, please, man. I need to see this next week. Like, you do not want to use free. Okay, we're gonna put these free links in. All right, so guys, listen, it does matter, I guess. And if that's how you want to approach it, again, this is like, if this is what you're thinking, this is where you can get strategic and be like, this isn't gonna work. Do it and test it and see what happens. So whether it's free or not, for this example, fine, whatever. We have 34 links in there, actually 33, because I bet you one of them maybe didn't kick back. Maybe you can't advertise on it, or maybe you missed it. I'm not sure, but that's not there. So now that you have those and you've done your pre-research, I would suggest doing more. I would try to get like a 50 base. When I do mine, I do 100 just because what I'm going after is a little different. But 50 is good. Even 34 is cool to start with. But if you want to actually search in-house, while we're in here doing this ad, just hit the YouTube videos button there, Payne, in the same box to the left right here.
Oh, here?
Yeah. I don't know why I keep saying here. Like you can see what I'm showing you.
Oh.
So now you guys can search by YouTube channels, YouTube videos, websites, stuff like that. So let's do YouTube videos. Click that tab. All right. And then you can type in the box or search by the word above it, excuse me. Yep. So just type in Rick Ross beat, Rick Ross type beat, instrumental, whatever you want to. So they'll actually give you, and here you go. See the ones that are checked? These are the ones that Payne already did the research on. Oh, there's one he missed. Oh, that's him. So I guess
that's mine. I'm not going to advertise that.
Yeah, don't advertise on your own video. I don't even know if you can. But here's another one. Maybe you should go after this one. And
so these are just suggested. This is me, so I'm not going to do that.
Yep. You literally put ads on Othello's beats. Hey,
let's just flood Othello because he was
fair game, bro.
He advertised a lot on my channel, and so it must have worked. So
it does, man. Listen, bro, this is a fair game. There's nothing wrong with this. You should make better beats. Like, if that's what you're afraid of, like, make better beats.
Feel attacked.
I know. I love it. I'm joking. But so didn't you say currency too? Like, you could do currency. There's after you pick a couple more, go back and do YouTube channels. So if you do YouTube channels, so now it's going to give you actual whole people's channels based off this search. So you can literally target all of these people's channels, and it will put this on,
Dream life.
it will put it on every single person's video, but it won't be down granular to like Rick Ross. Like it could be anything. It could be like a Afro beat. So it might not make sense. Yeah. So channels for this may not make sense, but let's take off type beat and hit channels and see what happens.
I do Dream Life because he's a co-producer. Oh, look at that. I'm up there.
There you go. Weird, right? So you could go after Rick Ross in general, but again, now this is every Rick Ross video on his channel. So it might not make sense either. Something else that I said in the beginning that may work, that you could test out, is maybe finding freestyle videos from rappers, or like when they go on Hot 97 or whatever, Sway in the Morning, whatever it is, and they're rapping over, say, a Rick Ross beat. But it's not Rick Ross, something like that might work. But that's going to take a lot more research. It's not really going to be something you're going to find this way. But I'm just giving you ideas of different things you could target. Because most likely, if I'm watching, somebody rap over a freestyle, I'm most likely going to be some type of creative. I feel like people are really into these freestyle videos, are really into music one way or the other. I think you have better odds at hitting rappers in these types of ads. But obviously, the easiest way is this way, or going after like artist tutorial videos. So that is something else you could look at. That is a little bit more wide because you don't even know if the people you're showing it to are Rick Ross like type beat fans, but you know they're artists for the most part because they're watching videos that can help better their careers. So that is an option too, but this is 100% the best way to put it right in front of people. Because you know they're looking for Rick Ross type beats. I mean, it doesn't get any more specific than that.
So should I target channels in addition to target placements?
I wouldn't. I mean, you could. Again, man, something else you could test. Like you could try it on maybe the 5 beats you're running, and just put them all on there and see what happens and see what performs the best. Because you never know. Somebody who is looking up a Afro beat might hear your Rick Ross inspired beat and like it, and they're like, I wasn't even looking for that. Now you're kind of nudging them and telling them like, you should be looking for it, click this. So it's really up to what you want to do, man. It's really, again, it's more like a personal decision of what you want to do. But if you can find a way that it makes sense and there's a way it plays out, do it, try it out, see what happens. Let me know, please.
I'm trying to hit my 50 at least, so I get a good sample size.
Yes, sir. Be careful the ones with like 300 views and stuff. Like I just saw one. That's not a bad thing necessarily, because what if it takes off and you're already, what if tomorrow it gets 30,000 views because it blew up on TikTok? I'm seeing this every day now, by the way. So that is, again, another test and a gamble. You're actually now gambling on beats that you personally like that you can target for ads because you think they're going to explode in the next coming weeks. Another angle you could look at. So I think the main thing everybody should take away from this, the more I just think about it in the presentation, is there are so many ways to attack this. I think you should look at every single scenario of how to attack this. Now, the setting up of this ad, you can refer back to time and time again, because it's very easy to follow. I feel like, it's a little confusing when you see all these buttons, but I mean, the actual setting up of it is always the same for this type of ad. It's really the research and your content that is going to take it to the next level. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that. So make sure the content's amazing. Make sure your research is amazing. And then the processes will come, man. Like anything. Start riding a bike, you suck. Then you get good. It's a process. That's it.
All right, let me make it an even 60.
Oh, God. Now we're going to... let me do 75. Oh, wait, let me do 100.
No, I promise I will stop at 60. All right, one more Othello, just because he's winning right now.
I'm about to text him and be like, yo, man, we're targeting your ads, bro. Coming for you.
Hey, we're all targeting each other's ads.
He would laugh,
what's
man.
funny is that I think I'm targeting some of Dream Life videos, and this is, he's a third of this beat, so I certainly don't feel bad. We've had conversations about us targeting each other's channels, and for a period of like an entire summer, you couldn't watch one of my videos without a Dream Life ad.
That's great. Producers talk to each other and do it to each other if you have the base for it. It would make sense. Like, you're literally just helping each other out, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, if everybody did this tomorrow, it's not going to make any big impact. It's just so much content out there, man.
Yeah.
So much content out there. So many ways of going about it. I just don't feel like this would ever overlap or just become like this huge problem or nuisance. I know that might be a concern for some people. Like, oh, I feel bad. Like, yeah, it's fair game, man. Fair game. It's 2020. Like, if you could put your content into place and get people to see it, do it. As long as it's not like nasty and like illegal and, you know, just you're being scummy.
Well, right now, all my videos are covered in campaign ads. So you
That's
go
what I'm saying.
to my Rick Ross type beat and you see Donald Trump. So I think this is a little better than that.
That's what I mean. So I'm just trying to give people my perspective, at least, of why I think it's fine to do. Because I've had all these internal debates with myself. I'm always thinking of the greater picture and the way it will affect people and the way that's just how I think. Now I can't say everybody's the same, but that's how I think. And I've come to the realization that this is fine. And I think it's a cool way of doing it. And I think it's a great way of learning how to do ads because it is so cheap and effective. I mean, every time I've done this, shown this to somebody, it's been successful in some way or the other. Because you're spending a penny per view. If you have your budget set at $5 a day, what is that? 5,000 views? 500? No, 5,000? Bro, I told you my math is bad. Hold on, let me see.
Wait for how? What was the question? You know what? Someone in the chat can answer that. I didn't. My brain just automatically tunes out mathematical questions.
$5, I said.
Oh, for $5 for
per day. Yeah. So how many views is that? Is that 500 or 5,000? I think it's, or is that?
Well, it's 100 cents and $1, so it's 500.
Okay, there you go. See, I told you my math is bad. But you get the drift, man. It's just 500 views a day times 30.
Yeah.
You could be, what is that, 15,000? We're doing more math, man. We got to get away from all these equations.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this and get concerned. Don't be concerned about that.
Nah, ignore that shit.
Okay.
I mean, for me at least, if something doesn't happen, hit me up directly. I would love to see it, but I've never had that problem. But it's giving you a base here, man. It's telling you 310 to 870 views. What is that per week? It's telling you you're going to get this many impressions. Unavailable because you don't have an end date. So that's why that's unavailable. And then your average CP, you're going to get in most cases, and I would say most, in a lot of cases, you're going to get to where you're not even spending a penny. It's like 0.00 something. Like it's crazy. So this is a great way, man. I just feel like it's so easy to set up and to follow along. And it's most people I think are afraid because they just don't want to spend a lot of money. And they're afraid to do it. And the only way to do it is to test it. Besides listening to me or you or anybody else who has any information on this, you can listen.
Don't listen to me until after I've done this, please.
Yeah, and hopefully it's a good review, but it should be, man. It should be. Listen, this is a lot better than buying fake views, right? Like you're actually at least now probably going to end up paying the same amount you would pay for these fake views, but they'll actually be targeted. So I would rather you do this. And this is kind of like my alternative to people who do this, and people do it. Don't let them tell you they don't. They do it. I'm sure you've talked about it numerous times on your calls and shows and all this stuff, Payne. But
yeah, I talked about it with the two buddy people, and it's one of those things where I don't know. They don't recommend it either.
Nah, man, you know what, man? It's just when you have this available, it just makes sense. Now, the other thing is too, they have, you should be able to put your traffic in too, right? So you can do custom audiences on YouTube too. So you can actually go, as long as you have it set up, you can go into your YouTube. You can then take all the traffic from all your videos and you can generate a list to target as well. So you can do that. And that might be a little advanced maybe for another show or call in the near future. But that is
so you could dump all your Beatstar's sales and customer and download data into YouTube?
No, so I don't think it's like how you would do Facebook where you can take emails. I don't think they allow emails. I could be wrong. I have not looked recently, so I don't quote me on that. But what you can do is you can definitely, if you have it set up properly, I believe it's setting your videos or like your page in general up with a website that's approved, and basically you can actually like connect stuff and then target basically people who visited your past that. So if all these people who visited this DJ Payne one Rick Ross type beat ad, we could have scraped all this information and then remarketed your future Rick Ross beats to them. Make sense?
Yes. which you can do that in Facebook Business Manager too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's similar, but totally different setup, but it's doable. So look into that. I mean, really just look into, remarketing in YouTube ads. There's tons of tutorials out there that can show you how to do it. But like I said, maybe we can do another call in the future and we can just do nothing but retargeting inside YouTube, and I can...
by then I'll have some data, because I'm going to spend at least 150 on these ads, 50 of my own money, and then 100 of the free money that Google's giving me. But do I add a call to action, or in your experience, what have you seen?
No, so I mean, this again, you can. It all depends if you're going to just send them to the video, or if you're going to maybe ask them to do something else. So just say call to action. Let's see what pops up and see what our options here are. So I mean, you would be able to say, click here for more beats, or you have 10 characters, so you can just say dope beats for sale, or I don't know. Like, I don't really use them a lot. I'm personally not advertising beats like this. I've tested it all. I've done it with other members, like how we're doing it here, but we've actually gone through and then looked at the results. But I do it with my artists for every video. And if you go in his comment section, it's besides his core fan base, and he has like 11,000-12,000 subs, nothing insane, but a nice core fan base that gets good views, good interaction. Then you'll start seeing it all sprinkled in. Yo, man, it's the best ad I've ever seen in my life. Yo, man, I was about to watch this and I had to stop what I was doing to come watch this video. So like, when you start seeing that, you're like, damn, this is crazy. And then you see the earned views going up, and you're not even paying for them. It's amazing, man. It's a cheap way to possibly get a lot of traffic.
I don't know. Should I do that? I'm looking at the preview, so I'm seeing what
That's
this actually. So it almost feels like I should, just so that in case somebody. Obviously, my ideal scenario here is for someone to not even realize it's an ad and just zone out to the beat and then click on it because of that. But if someone sees it for what it is, as an advertisement, maybe having that specificity is helpful. I don't know.
Do you rap? Question mark. Just curious if that fits. No question mark?
It looks
Doesn't
rough.
fit? Damn.
Nah.
No, I don't like that. Oh, it doesn't fit. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. It all comes down
Damn
to
it, man.
Well, yeah, one beat's like, does it fit? So technically, like a 6 or 7 character word, one word, not 2 words. Like, I don't even know. Why don't you just put DJ Pain 1, bro? Then you can actually put that in people's heads. They might be, I've seen DJ Pain 1's name before, and they might not even realize that they saw it. Does that fit? DJ Pain 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Why don't you just do that?
Let's try it out.
At least then it's giving them that visual marketing, right? Of just seeing that name. Even if they skip it, they're still going to see that DJ Pain 1.
That's true, because there are so many unintended indirect results about this.
Yep, you could put need beats if that fits. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It fits. There's just no question mark.
And it runs off. See, it says dot,
and
dot,
it runs
dot.
off. I don't like that.
I think 7 is the key, man. Well, what is yours? 9, or how many is yours?
9. Yeah,
Weird.
It's 9. So yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know either. Weird. Somebody asked where they can see earned views. Can we show them really quick? I know we're kind of over on time, I think, but
I have no idea where that is. But where do I go?
Have you ran any other ads in here?
It's been a long time. Maybe we can save that for the next conversation, just because I don't even know if that information is. I don't know where to find it. I know you've helped me with this before, and
it's just in your results.
It was different.
Once you finish a campaign, you're going to have a campaign. You're going to be able to see the results, and you're going to be able to see you spent this amount of money over this amount of time, and you had this many impressions that turned into this many views.
Well, yeah, let's go. Let's see.
All right, I was going to say it's super simple. I just didn't know if you wanted to like not show your ad account, which I can fully.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
It's like 0 earned views or some shit like.
Son of a gun, where do I go? Start now?
No. Go back to what you were in. You want to not close that video campaign? I got you.
Yeah, I don't want to close that campaign.
Got it. Cloud9, is it okay to use a generic keyword to target like R&B? If you're talking keywords, I mean, yeah, I guess. Specifically, what we're going over right now doesn't involve keywords because you're not using keywords for this, using placements, so it's a little bit different. So now we're talking a different type of ad chase you're going after. You're using keywords to target. Try it out, man. It's okay to do anything you want to do as long as it's not, anything illegal or messed up. Try it out. See what happens. I tried running a Google ad and I don't think I did it right. I ended up with a bill exactly for $350. Yeah, man, it's way over your budget because you probably didn't set an end date, which again, I told you guys, I don't think you should. But if you don't, you have to remember that you have this ad running, because if you don't and you just have it running consistently, even if it's set at $5 a day and you leave it up for 3 months, yeah, you're going to have a couple $100 bill. So you have to remember that stuff if you're not going to have an end date. If you're the worst and you don't know how to set an alarm, right? I'm guilty of that a lot of times. You got to have a backup method, and maybe it is just setting an end date. So just figure that out for yourself and see what makes sense for yourself. But yeah, man. And listen, Bird, man, shout out, Bird. What's going on, brother? Yeah, man. Listen, I everybody needs help with this type of stuff, man. It's really hard for me to do one-on-one trainings with people and just giving people direct help. I try my best. I try to put out videos. I try to do things like this. I feel like everything's out there, but yeah, man. Let's we could talk for sure. Let's see. You get you headed in the right direction. But I feel like these videos are exactly what I would show you one-on-one for different tactics. I don't hide stuff, for certain people or certain calls, so that makes sense.
Now I just have to figure out how to put my $100 credit. How do I do that?
What are you trying to do? Oh, put your credit
on
in?
the billing page. Yeah, it says
Bufo has a question. Your ads are getting denied, man. Your ads are probably getting denied for, without even looking at them, I'd say 1, too much text, 2, content maybe you don't own and is actually being flagged for like a copyright that maybe they don't even tell you about. 3, even any slight sexuality, maybe, because I think I've seen videos of yours with like girls dancing, showing stomachs, bro. Anything
like shit is always pretty sexy.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? So stuff like that, you got to be real cautious, man. Text is a real big thing. You can't have curse words either. So every video I put out with my artist J Tech is clean versions. Like, if you're an artist and you're not getting clean versions, oh, that's sick. Like, that should be.
Yeah, you just have to go into settings and billings, and sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're
settings
good,
and billings, promotions, and then you enter it in. You just click add. It's really freaking confusing, but you click the add button, it'll ask you for your code. So if somebody emailed you a code, then use that. Otherwise, you can just go, I don't know, there's like a $100 YouTube ad credit. I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah, they're here. No, that's something else. Yeah, $100 with 25 spend. They were giving me 50. What the hell? This is a way better deal. I don't know. Figure it out. Get some free money.
Yeah, I see Class E has a question. Mike, can you address the rumor that YouTube will stop promoting your videos if you use ads? I've heard people say that when you... Okay. That makes no sense. Whoever's saying that, one, I've never heard this rumor before. So I would tell you, man, I don't listen to rumors for the most part. You know how I figure out if it's true or not. I run ads and then I see what happens, and then I say, oh shit, it is true and it's not true. So test it out and see what happens. But this is why that doesn't make sense to me at all. Is because why would YouTube penalize people for spending money with them? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So
I think what's happening is that people just aren't getting organic traction, and then they stop running the ads, and then
it's called misery loves company pain.
Yeah.
If someone is not being successful doing something, they're going to come up with reasons and whys it doesn't work and try to tell other people it doesn't work. It's a horrible trait to have. Don't be like that, please. Like, straight up.
It's too late for me.
Yeah, right. But no, it is, man.
Selling beats online is dead.
Yeah, man. Well, fact, bro. It's over. Everybody should just hang it up.